Here we have the Kepion homepage, where we are using the FP&A Essentials app to demonstrate various driver-based planning scenarios. Let's go ahead and start with the Management Report module. Here I can view a sample executive overview that has been personalized for me. I can use the slice and dice filters to get to the month I need. Also, I can select the revenue context for each specific graph component as well. I can view different scenario versions in the income statement report, whether starting with budget or switching to the actuals plus forecast view. There is no limit to the number of filters you can set. Also, you can navigate back and forth on the prior and forward years for dynamic views of your data. The Entity filter is an example of a hierarchy filter that shows immediately the consolidated and individual views of your financial statements. If for any cell you would like a detailed breakdown of information, you can drill through, both on the analytical or on the transactional side, to get a breakdown of historical actuals on a line item invoice detail level. As we progress further in the walkthrough, we'll show how revenue and cost plans drive the cash flow and balance sheet through assumptions of net payment terms and rate allocations. Now we will navigate to the Revenue Planning module to view a summarized sales P&L view. We can also expand into further detail on the report. I can view the year total measures on the Volume Adjust form. I'll adjust the volume at the brand level. Here you can use familiar spreadsheet formulas, drag and fill, to derive your inputs. After completing, you can post your changes and see immediate effects on the sales P&L. As well as on the top line P&L report to view net income and impact on cash flow and balance sheet information for the forecasted periods. The calculations are affected by the central in-memory model, which then gets reflected across all reports immediately. Let's go ahead and add a detailed trade promo spend. Here I can select the account type, input the promo description, then layer in the line item detail for this spend. The values are also consolidated up from here. I can also review the entire audit trail history of changes on each form. Here I can view volume, price, and cost assumptions for all the SKUs belonging to a brand. In Kepion, you can make planning adjustments on any level of the dimension hierarchy. Let's go ahead and make an adjustment on the volume to September month for the first SKU. And here I can see both adjustments on trade promo and SKU volume layered in. Now let's take a look at the Opex Budgeting process. But before we begin, let's step into the Process Tracker module. Here we can view the progress at each stage of the budgeting process. This process map can be explicitly configured for the organization. Each stage of the process can automatically run workflow actions, or manually. Then, as a manager of the budgeting process, I can have visibility of who's started their plan, not started, or completed. I can also trigger off email notification reminders as well. Finally, I can also see more details of what the status of each approval is needed by myself and others. As a budgeting administrator, I can go to my admin area to manage the budget pre-seed process. Here I can add a new budget scenario for next year. Then I can pre-seed it from this current year's actual and forecast periods. These can also be configured to be more contextual based on customer scope. I can also decide whether it would like to snapshot the hierarchies over time. This will keep intact the order at the point time of the snapshot. Once I pre-seed, I can preview the baseline values for the new budget scenario. I can also select the Opex and workforce data to pre-seed over. Now that I've pre-seeded next year's budget plan, I can review the baseline and apply some top-down allocations to give an uplift. I can select the marketing department's total budget for a US entity and set a new target of $8.5 million. I can also go to the budget overall level and adjust the percentage up by 10%. The accounts that are not subject to hold are then allocated the appropriate adjustments. As marketing director, I can view the top-down allocated budget and make my adjustments from the bottom up. If a more detailed line item entry is needed, as an example here, I can go to a dedicated travel expense planning page. Where I can input new upcoming travel with drop-down selections. These inputs are simplified for project managers to plan headcount and per diem days, to automatically calculate the breakdown of travel costs. This is then immediately layered into the overall budget. The calculations are driven by assumptions that can be controlled centrally or regionally by district managers. Once all my budget adjustments are complete, I can submit this plan to my manager. I can include my comments and view who's next in the approval chain. As the approval manager, I can see all the budget submissions I need to review and approve. Once I click in, I can check through the submission and, when ready, approve off for the next approver in the chain to review. This progression is then tracked in the process tracker in real time. We will show a quick example of adding a new headcount to the budget plan for workforce planning. I'll go ahead and add Patty as the new employee and enter her information. Like travel assumptions, the employee benefit assumptions are centrally managed and automatically used in the salary and benefits calculations. Once the headcount is added, you can view the consolidated details or breakdown of the salary and benefits information. We can input values for each entity or department level detail of each planned capital expenditure spend. Here I will plan for a new office building and tag it with an associated asset class, amount, and date of purchase. Once I click Update, I can view both cash basis and accrued depreciation calculated view. This is based on the useful life assumption managed here. From an overall perspective, I can view each financial statement account it's being calculated to. In the FP&A Essentials, we can also go into the Financial Admin module to manage areas of budget, and what-if scenario data pre-seed, snapshot views, and data management. Areas where appropriate planning accounts are shown to respective department groups. Where the account mapping and percent allocation between P&L, balance sheet, and cash flow accounts can be managed and automatically be reconciled for consolidation and close. FX rates forecast and actuals can be managed. Other assumptions are on the income statement. Kepion provides a complete modeling platform to build and configure solutions through a guided UI process. The FP&A Essential solution is just one of many solutions used as quick enablement for mid-sized companies. In this video, we'll cover just the dimension hierarchy management. The User Experience and Governance video will touch upon more areas of the modeler's capabilities for both midsize and enterprise. Here we are showing the dimension editor where we can view the chart of account dimension as a start. In this, you can quickly load in and configure the chart of account from your source ERP. Kepion has built-in account logic based on the assigned account type. If you tag revenue as income and COGS as an expense, you will automatically see the plus-minus aggregation on the parent member. Here you can also assign business rules calculations to specific accounts, ratios, and KPIs to be calculated. This will then be represented across all reports you use this member within. In Kepion, you can have alternate hierarchy roll-ups. So in this example, you can have both a legal roll-up hierarchy with a smaller set of salary accounts that can have its mapping from each entity P&L. And in management, you can have more accounts represented here. This alternate hierarchy roll-up covers other dimensions, such as entity structures as well.